Today, the Lev Ganim retirement home in Netanya hosted a vaccine celebration for residents getting a booster shot and taking part in a serological survey. Our correspondent Eli Hochenberg was there and filed this report.
For the third time in the past year, those young at heart at the Lev Ganim elderly facility in the city of Netanya gathered here today to receive a third booster shot for the coronavirus, as Israel started today to vaccinate the elderly populations, those age 60 and over, with again a third booster shot in a bid to try and to curb essentially the spread of the coronavirus pandemic after a few weeks of alarming data consistently rising. And there was a very heated public debate here in Israel whether a third booster shot should or should not have been given for those here, or again already after this third booster shot. It is simply a necessity. Let's take a listen.
I think it was very necessary, and everybody should do it in order to be healthy. I hope so.
I got my third jab. My daughter is a doctor in Italy, and she's proud that Israel is so advanced. I happily took the third vaccine. They convinced me to get vaccinated and to be careful. I think it's a must to do so to be in peace, both for ourselves and for those around us. Not to endanger our friends or family is one of our public duties.
Right, and not just a third round of vaccination, but also first ever worldwide research that began right here today before receiving the third booster shot. Each and every single one of the people here went through a serological test. Same test they will be going through in 2 weeks' time, then in 3 months' time, and then in 6 months' time. And this research, again, a first in the world, will be able to essentially detect or project when and if a fourth round of vaccines will be needed. We spoke to the Director General of the Lev Ganim elderly facility, Yossi Kaplan, who's also a top official when it comes to connecting the government with those facilities throughout the country. He explained further about, again, this breakthrough research.
In addition to the vaccination that is being carried out here today, I contacted Professor Galia Rahab from the Sheba Hospital, who is conducting a serological research for older people, with samples from before and after the vaccine, with the goal to check the level of the current vaccine and also the possibility of knowing when the fourth vaccine will be needed.
Yes, and as Israel continues to weigh its future steps in a bid to halt the spread of the pandemic, vaccines is a major part of it. We do not know if in a few weeks' time we'll see harsher restrictions, maybe perhaps even a nationwide lockdown. For the time being, a sign of relief for those here who received the third shot. For them, it's the ability to continue with their life and continue with the celebration. Back to you, Kalev.